I'd like to introduce you to my series on Sew Techie Covers, a two-part series where I show you how to create e-tablet and paper tablet covers from small, medium, and large to cover your electronics or your paper tablets. Here we have a small tablet keeper, electronic tablet keeper, very secure, medium, and then the large size. And these same three sizes can be made to fit a paper tablet. And the paper tablets have a slightly different configuration. You can close it with a tab, and the inside has a special pocket so that the cardboard portion of the paper tablet can be inserted. During this program, I'll be showing you 7 different techniques of embellishing, quilting, stitching of the palette of the cover of the tablet keeper, and we're using the Trace and Create e-tablet and paper tablet templates. You can make all 3 sizes of the 2 various versions using these tablets. But what you may have noticed of the 4 tablet keepers that I showed you were the embroidery of little emoticons, and then the leet text, the combination of the letters and alphabet to create some fun sayings. I'm going to explain to you now how I worked with these and placed them on the tablet keepers. In an embroidery called Techstock, we have the emoticons, the leet text, alphabets, so that you can create fun little signals and embroider your tablet keepers. But also how to position, and that's the most important part, to get the embroidery in the right spot. So there are 2 outline stitches that will help us with that. And I've loaded one in my computer. In the LCD portion of the screen, you can see for the computerized embroidery there are lines, and let me enlarge that so that you can see it a little bit better. Right angles. The outer angle is where I'm going to place the fabric, and the small, medium, and large show where the embroidery should be placed so it gets the correct positioning. To explain what I mean by that, let me add one of the leet texts to this. Let's add great to this area, and we'll set it, and you can see the orientation of the letters and the number is in the wrong position. It needs to be rotated 90 degrees. And I'm going to be working on the large, the most to the right angle. And so I'll just position it. I'll just move it. Just moved it a little bit too far, move it back, and then move it down so that it fits within that right angle. Step by step, and I think we need to go over here. Let me see if it's, when I enlarge it, if it's in the right spot. I could possibly move it down just a touch. And I can do that right now. And so it's now ready to do the stitching. And I'll close this and we'll do the sewing. Well, I've taken a little time to do some of the sewing off camera, stitching the outline stitch and the 3 positioning stitches. Now I really don't need the 3 positioning stitches right now. I use that for positioning the letters a little bit. So I'll show you now how to do the stitching of the fabric. I'll close my screen, I'll get ready to do the stitching, and we'll let it sew. So first I have to put the fabric into place, and that's the whole idea behind the outline stitches that are included in the Techstock embroidery. I can position the fabric along that outer right angle, placing the corner of the fabric. I have fusible interfacing on the fabric and also a second layer of a stabilizer so that I have reinforcement in the letter positions. And I'm going to tape it. I like to use painter's tape, or you could use whatever positioning tool you'd like without physically hooping the fabric to hold it down into place. Then I simply lower the presser foot. And now my screen tells me that it's going to take about 6 minutes to stitch out the 2 letters and the 1 number. It's going to do some satin stitching to get a nice filled satin stitch. The key is to always have enough stabilizer, but I'll know that the GR8 will be in the right spot because I did use the positioning. So this is just one way of making a Sew Techie cover. adding embroidery. You'll learn 7 additional techniques during the program on Sewing with Nancy.